Hey Zen fam, welcome to Glasgow Gaming and Anime Convention 2026. I had such fun in 25, I couldn't wait for 26 to come around. And it was fantastic. Not to bury the lead or anything, but I had such a positive day here. Met so many awesome people, saw some fantastic cosplay that you'll see as well. The panel, although it didn't go exactly to plan, I still personally think very well. You'll see footage from that. It's not going to be broken out as a separate video after all. There'll be reasons for that you'll discover later in the video. As for spacing, last year we were crammed in like sardines. This year they managed to crowd better. They made a bit more room in the on the main halls where you would do the consumerism. There was a good deal more staff to help people. There was a bit more security, so that's always a positive sign because I think it makes attendees feel a bit safer and that things are a bit more less likely to go crazy. However, I would say that maybe they were a touch overcautious when it came to space concerns, especially where the games rooms came into play, because as much as they had good stuff in both the retro and the modern gaming rooms, I think it's fair to say that in previous years gone by, they'd had more stuff. In fact, I'm pretty sure they had more room. You could look at previous videos and tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I'm pretty sure last year there were 2 rooms of modern and 1 room of retro. And it's also fair to say that, like, when I got up to the 8th floor, there was no direction posters telling people where stuff was, which I think was a problem for the tabletop room because almost nobody was in it, which was a shame because it was really set out with some wonderful board games and roleplay games and such. It was really well stocked. The games in the game room were a good selection with some good machines. They still have the problem of the window, of course, but as the weather was not as nice this year, it meant I didn't get so much flare on the lens. So, you pay your money, you take your chances. The convention continues to grow and evolve. I don't know how much longer we can be in the Doubletree because I think the convention is just getting bigger and bigger as the years go by. But it's still an absolute total giggle. So, stick around. You're going to see a whole bunch of cosplay. You're going to see some cool stuff from the stages. Obviously, you'll see bits from like the after party and so forth. But basically, sit back and enjoy the shenanigans. as you know, guys, one of my favourite things about this convention is the lip sync battle. Here's my effort to start things off. I am going to do a breakout video that will be listed in the video description as an unlisted video, so you can hear the full soundtrack because copyright. That's why all these people, although they're lip syncing really, really well and having awesome performances, especially this SpongeBob person, I'm obviously not going to be able to use the audio because copyright. Although keep an eye out for the last person who was on it, because not only were they doing a fantastic job, but they were inspired to come to the convention because of my video and last year's secret video where you had the chance to win a 30 quid voucher to come to this convention if I'd gotten up to 1.5k. As yet, that's still something that's still to happen, but we live, we learn, we dream. Anyway, enjoy the lip syncers. Right then, fam. So basically, the camera slipped position, so it looks a bit strange, and my camera also overheated, so I didn't get the full
I
exchange of
assume
what happened
everybody here
here
is for
at
the
the
YouTuber
panel.
beginner
But it was still
Q&A,
a
yes?
really good panel. Hope you enjoy.
So if you know anybody that's going to be a YouTuber, you fancy it yourself, I will quite happily answer questions about that. I'll give you a little bit of background about me. For nearly 14 years, I have been a gaming culture YouTuber, which means rants, reviews, news, views, unboxings, events, and discussion. Basically, if it happened in gaming, I cover it. I also have 2 series on the run. One has been running for about 3.5, 4 years called Hashtag Support Scottish YouTubers, where I actually go seeking for small Scottish gaming YouTube channels under 1,000 subscribers, and I spotlight them for free because I personally think because other people helped me on my journey to 1K and plus, that is my thing that I like to help other people. You know, you don't kick the ladder away from the other people. The other series is called Vertical Slice, where I actually have interviewed other people, such as games journalists. I've even had the pleasure of speaking with Stephanie Sterling. So I'm personal achievement. I'm quite pleased about that. I've been in the game for, as I said, nearly 14 years. So I like to think I've seen a thing, I've done a thing. I like to think that I've got a good amount of YouTube experience. I'm not the biggest YouTuber on the planet. I've never sought to be the biggest. But at least one thing I can say that every sub I've ever gained has never been a sub for sub. Every sub is God's honest. With that, I'll leave it to the floor. Has anybody got a question about content creation or how to get started or anything in that field? Is there anything you want to know about maybe editing or platforms or I don't know, maybe you have an idea about like a niche that you want to explore but you don't know how best to exploit it? Yes, sir.
Is there any way to get better, like reading out lines and stuff? Because I feel like that's what I find out.
Reading lines can be a tricky thing. There are many different methodologies. Generation Pixel, ladies and gentlemen, one of our other panelists. Generation Pixel, like me, is a Scottish gaming YouTuber, deals mostly in retro stuff but does some modern things and has a number of different series on the go. Anyway, I'll continue to answer your question, then I'll let Pixel introduce himself fully. So yeah, there are many different ways. You could have an iPad set up with like a rolling script. You could have bits of paper knocking around with like bullet points just to go off your memory, or you could be like me and just go completely off the dome. It's all good. Whatever way you is most comfortable and you feel that you can do most honestly towards camera, because there's one thing an audience will spot is fakery. If you are fake on camera, an audience will see that instant and they're gone. So wherever you can be honest and truthful to yourself and manage to come across with ease, and that grows over time, then that is the best option. What are you thinking mostly? Are you thinking like with an OHP? Are you thinking of like an iPad? Are you thinking like a written script? How are you going at it?
Well, let's do like I'm thinking like voiceover. I'm really bad at.
Voiceover is perfect because voiceover means you don't have to divert your eye from the camera lens. You can be just a voice behind the camera. That means you can read from a script, and that means as you're reading from the script, you can be completely articulate, and you don't have to worry about having an on-screen facade. So that's an honest way to go. As long as you're not using an AI voice, because AI is poo, then you're golden. Anyway, I'll let Pixel introduce himself so then we can go rolling.
Hi there, my name's Stuart from Generation Pixel on YouTube. Obviously here to answer some questions for you guys who are maybe interested in coming onto YouTube. Now, I'd like to get back to you. You're worried about coming across on YouTube. Well, this is the beauty of YouTube is when you start it, we're all really bad at it. If you go back to 6 years to see my first video, it is truly awful. But what you're doing is you're sitting and you're talking to a camera about a thing that you're passionate about. And the more you sit and do that, the more confident you become, and it'll take no time whatsoever. Now, I heard Zen say script and not on screen. Absolutely fine. But the problem with a script is it will sound like you're reading from a script. My best advice for you is just sit down and talk to the camera. pretend that camera is your best friend. Is this your best friend here? Right. You just pretend your best friend. What's your name? Liam. Right. You just pretend Liam has asked you a question and you answer that question as if. Another good thing is get involved with someone else. Because doing YouTube by yourself. Now my YouTube channel is me and myself. But the two of you together, we'll sit and have the two of you together, we sit and have a great time, and that comes across in the camera. A lot of really successful YouTubers will be in pairs or groups that they know of, and they'll be talking back and forth to each other, not solely themselves. So that's probably an option for you. Go sit down in front of a camera, have a laugh, talk about what sort of YouTube channel would you like to do?
You know, which is
I did.
I had no idea. Rather they're talking about. I like speedrun.
You like speedrunning? Man, that is a flooded market, but you're good at it, you'll get great views. So you sit down with Liam and just both compete with each other. Both speedrun.
No, that would be pretty good because
In fact, you could
I can't do it at all.
And that's where your audience will come in. Because
to interject into Pixel's point, you could even have a side series like going alongside the main speedrun content of speedrun fails. You could like times when you're doing the speedrun and it all goes completely pear-shaped. You could totally do that, and like the audience can have a laugh, and you could just go, "Well, I made a pig's ear out of that."
But getting back to the whole point is YouTube is about you, right? And don't worry about the audience because the audience will find you. Because I hate to have to tell you that there are thousands of people just like you, and
I wouldn't want to make it. I would want to make these videos first.
Hey Zen fam, so I've spent the day at Glasgow Gaming and Animé Convention as promised. I remembered I told you there was going to be a panel. Well, I did the panel. As you've probably noticed at this point in the video that like you didn't get all the panel. That's because the camera overheated. But I have to thank these two gentlemen.
hi.
Generation Pixel and Gib84, two top-class gentlemen. We are the three kings of small Scottish gaming YouTubers, and I encourage you, if you haven't yet, then please do follow these two gentlemen. Their links will be in the video description. And yeah, I will now leave you to the rest of the programming. Probably at this stage, I think I'm probably going to put in, like maybe probably the Masquerade. Who knows? Let's see what happens in the edit.
Cheers.
So, no Masquerade footage because yet again during the Masquerade, because the room was so incredibly hot, my camera decided to go, "Oh no, I'm overheating," and shut down literally 3 minutes into the cosplay Masquerade. So what follows next is all the after party shenanigans. A whole bunch of cosplayers on the stage doing the Macarena to kick us off. Enjoy the silliness, boys and girls, and everything in between. Hey Zen fam, I want you to meet two of the most committed, awesome members of the Zen fam possible. Guys, introduce yourself to the internet.
Hi, I'm Amy. I'm Autumn.
These guys are amazing. This one here has a friend who lives in Australia now, and she sent her friend a screenshot on a blanket of a promotional shot that I did with them last year at the Edinburgh Convention. These guys are awesome. Have you got Instagrams or anything? Shout them out.
@faith_07.
Autumn Hepburn 07.
Autumn Hepburn 07, the A-Faith, what was it?
_07.
_07.
Autumn Hepburn.
So like, get those in your Instagram, guys.
It was so lovely to meet him, honestly. And we love you so much.
Amazing
Aw.
person.
Hey guys, so it's been an awesome day at the convention. Even
even though my camera overheated when I tried to film the masquerade and when I was trying to host my panel. But even with that, I met some awesome people, I saw some fantastic cosplay, I've had a really positive time, I met people that loved what Zembloke does, and I've just had a fantastic day. So, as always, I will close my videos in the manner that you're most accustomed to. Hashtag support Scottish YouTubers. And of course, as always, hi!